Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, Cardi B has been going off on a tangent all day yesterday evening, okay? She responded to a Barb, of course, you know, she needs the clout. The Barb fan said, oh, now she want to post Whitney memes, okay? Cardi B responded with a screenshot from 2021. In the screenshot, the tweet says, protesters who was out this summer looking at the news like, and the Whitney meme pops up. Cardi B responded and said, you sure about that? Now go see if B-Words, aka Nicki Minaj, was posting this meme before that date, okay? So basically, she's trying to say Nicki Minaj copied her with the Whitney Houston memes instead of her copying Nicki Minaj, okay? And then she also said to a fan, beware that beef is so stale and dry and do nothing for me. As a fan, stop harassing people over dumbish if you don't want a effing response. Y'all are over my quotes over a meme that ain't even had ish to do with y'all, okay? So that's what she said to a Barb. And then she called another Barb a slur that rhymes with jacket, okay? She deleted it, but of course, you know, we still got the screenshots. Now, here's my thing. I think it's evident that Cardi B wants Nicki Minaj's attention, but I also feel like Cardi B, given the opportunity, she would definitely work with Nicki Minaj. I don't care what nobody says. She really wants that Nicki Minaj collaboration. And Cardi B is secretly hoping that Nicki Minaj and her can make amends. Okay, that's what it's given. It's given like when somebody got a crush on you, but they don't really know how to express it, so they start harassing you and bothering you. That's what it gives. I think Cardi B, she's a little bit obsessed with Nicki Minaj still after 7 years. Nicki don't really give her a lot of attention on social media, and I think she's yearning for that type of attention that she was getting in 2018, 2019, because her career kind of fell off. And then on top of that, I definitely think she wants to work with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is on her bucket list. And I'm not talking about Motorsport. Motorsport had 3 other artists on it. I think she wants a record with her and just Nicki Minaj on it. Okay? I definitely feel like that's on her bucket list. I don't care what Section 8 gang gotta say. Now, moving on from that, Scarlet by Doja Cat has entered Payola Five's top 100 greatest rap albums in history. It officially becomes the 5th biggest female rap album of all time. Yeah, I don't know about that. That her album Scarlet is as successful as she's trying to make it out to be. No shade. Now, moving on to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been blamed for years for ruining certain other female rappers' careers, especially Kim and Remy. Jaguar Wright speaks about this, and we're going to talk about what's the truth and what's not the truth after I played you a clip of what Jaguar Wright has said about Nicki Minaj and her career and how it started.
That Onika's personal manager and mentor is Diddy. People keep forgetting that he created Onika to replace Little Kim so he didn't have to be forced with facing Biggie's legacy all the time because he knew what he had stolen. He created Onika to destroy Kim.
Why give her to Gucci Mane? Why give her to Lil Wayne? Like, why let her leave the East Coast?
Now, y'all be gassing up Jaguar because she just be lying through her teeth. She really do. It's sad that y'all will allow her to do that too. Y'all instigate it. But first of all, Diddy met Nicki after she was already signed. So how can he create her and have her take out Kim when he met her when she was already popping? Like, that don't even make no sense. He did not even discover Nicki. What are you talking about? Okay, this is the stuff that she be saying and y'all be running with it. Okay, and yes, Puffy did in fact manage Nicki Minaj, but it was for a very short time. Okay, she fired him after a few months, because Diddy ain't a good manager. And with that being said, it was when she already was popular. The Monster verse was out. I think her debut album was already out. Okay? You can't say somebody made Nicki Minaj and they did not contribute to her growth. Now, the industry pushed out Lil' Kim. That is true. But Nicki Minaj and Puffy didn't come up with that. Okay? The industry decided to push out Lil' Kim because she wasn't selling. And by her last album sales, it's clear they were right, because she only sold 1,000 copies first week for her album 9. How comes y'all did not support? Because y'all only support drama. You only want to support Lil' Kim when she was doing interviews talking bad about Nicki Minaj, but you didn't want to support the music. So the point of the matter is that is not completely true. The truth is Nicki Minaj was already signed to Young Money when she met Diddy. She was already popping. He did not make her, and they did not orchestrate to try to take Lil' Kim out. The industry did, and they were successful at it, because Nicki Minaj has been running laps around Kim since, she got in the game. Now, moving on to Cardi B, we going back onto her because she has went on a major rant on Spaces, like she usually do, even though she got a newborn. I'm like, how does she have time to be going on rants and she got a newborn? And on top of that, aren't you supposed to be working on your album? That's very weird. She got a lot of time on her hands.
As far as my marriage and everything, I personally think that it's done. It's done. Am I angry like the other day? No. Do I wish the worst on a nigga? No. I don't even want to diss a nigga. I just don't. I feel like we do love each other a lot. However, it's just like it's tiring. We argue too much. It's getting to the point that it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing? Like, we just keep arguing. What is the point of separating for 2-3 months? We're gonna get back together and argue again. I think that we just meant to be friends. I think we just meant to be friends. Right now, we're not gonna be friends, but I feel like eventually we're gonna end up being good friends. But I feel like I don't know how to explain it. It's not even like the love is dead. It's just like when something has been broken so many times, crazy glue can't fix it no more. When people do narratives too, like, oh, I just saw your baby father in your studio. He was at your studio, so is it this, is it that? I think I need to understand, we do have 2 cribs. One is in Atlanta, one is here. But we've been living with each other for years now. The Atlanta house, there's no clothes, there's no nothing. Only one person lived there. Everything is here. The adjustments, everything is here. Slowly but surely, everybody got to go their separate ways. Slowly but surely, my kids got to get used to that. No, you're not going to come home every single day and your dad is going to be here. I don't want to entertain is oh, we're in the same crib. Come upstairs. Let's sleep together. I don't want to entertain that. I don't want to sleep. I don't want nothing, because that's what keep us being in the same trap. And it's like, oh, we sleep together, we cuddling. The next day we smiling, and then guess what? The same day we arguing, and then we back in that. We back in that cycle. I don't want that cycle. If a motherfucker's here, I'm not here. If I'm here, he's not here.
Now, there is a clip circulating saying that she wants to off herself, which I can't play on YouTube, but that's going viral. But anyway, and I do feel like you and Off the Cheap, whether you guys will officially get divorced or not, I think you guys will always continue to sleep with each other. That's for sure. I definitely feel like y'all would continue to sleep around with other people and with each other, no matter what your marital status is. Now, moving on from that, a lot of fans are calling out Megan Thee Stallion for being scared, okay? Because she announced Act 2, the Megan Deluxe, a few weeks ago, and now it has converted over to a mixtape instead of an album, okay? A lot of fans are wondering why she did this, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why. Because if Act 2 flops, you know, she only did 64,000 for her album Megan. I don't think the deluxe is going to do 64,000. So if we do less than that, it will be considered a mixtape, and that is mixtape numbers, okay? So it won't be a flop if it's a mixtape and she do like 30 to 40,000. It's not going to be considered a flop. If she making an album deluxe, it could be considered a flop. Therefore, Devil Nation and Camel Face told her to change Act 2 into a mixtape. So that way, just in case it do low numbers, it will still be considered, you know, a high selling mixtape, because it's not an album, and doing 40,000 for a mixtape, if you're a female rapper, or 30,000 is considered good. Okay, so, you know, that is Devil Nation's plan. Now, Luke Bryan had this to say about Queen B, which has some fans in an uproar. Okay, he said to Andy Cohen, a lot of great music was overlooked. Sometimes you don't get nominated. He said, I think the Country Music Awards, they have their voting body. They vote what they think should make it. Everybody loved the Queen Bee made a country album. Nobody's mad about it. Well, I don't believe that for a second. I definitely feel like a lot of country artists that did not work with Queen Bee on her album, not the features, but the people that did not work on her album, definitely felt some type of way. Especially since, you know, she had the highest selling country album all year. Okay, she's not a country artist. So with that being said, he continued and said, nobody's mad about it, but where things get a little tricky, if you're gonna make country albums, come into our world and be country with us a little bit. Queen Bee can do exactly what she wants. She's probably the biggest star in music, but come to an award show and high five us and have fun and get into the family. And I'm not just saying she didn't do that. Well, you just said she didn't do that, but I remember Queen Bee attending the Country Music Awards in 2016 and getting heavy backlash and a lot of racist remarks. I remember that. So that's probably why she just put out the album and kept to herself. Plus, Queen Bee hasn't done promotion for an album since probably the Queen Bee album, which came out a decade ago. She don't really do heavy promotion for any of her albums or really go to award shows like that. So I would not expect her to do that for a country album. Okay. And another thing is, I think that basically, you know, she didn't get nominated because a lot of people feel like she don't belong in the country space, even though Black people did create country music and she is from Texas. I feel like people don't consider her a country artist. And Queen Bee did say, you know, when the album dropped, she did say that this album was a Queen Bee album. It was not a country album. So don't be shocked if you get snubbed at the Country Music Awards or if you get snubbed in the country categories. Okay, don't be shocked because you did say that it was a Queen Bee album and not a country album. So they're treating it just like that. Now, moving on from that, Doodle Garbage announced that he and Halle Bailey were separated, even though last week they were spotted at the Usher concert, giggling, smiling. Okay, DDG took the cherry from Usher and he gave it to Halle because he didn't want Usher to feed Halle. So, you know, he was pretending, you know, last week, and he put out a statement saying, "Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, Halle and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe is the best path forward for both of us. I cherish the time we spent together and the love we shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bonds we've built and the beautiful moments we've shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you to your love and encouragement, DDG. Okay? Now, here's my thing, Halle. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day. Why am I giving Halle Donkey of the Day? Because you let this YouTuber, F-list rapper publicly humiliate you by DMing Ruby Rose, okay, getting put on blast, and you still took him back, got knocked up. And the baby, you just had a child. The baby's not even 1 yet. It hasn't even been a full year, and he already left you, okay, to go mess with these Instagram thoughts. At first, I thought this breakup was a prank. I was like, I'm not believing anything Doodoo Garbage says. But Doodoo Garbage is petty, okay? And he's an emotional, lying Libra. And, you know, they tend to do petty things when they're upset. They probably got into an argument and, you know, he was like, you know, F it, let me just end it publicly and humiliate her. Ever since you got with Doodoo Garbage, your career fell apart. Okay, no shade. Even the acting career kind of fell apart. You didn't win no awards for The Little Mermaid, gassed it up. You didn't win nothing for The Color Purple. Your music flopping, Queen Bee sabotaging. Now you a baby mama to an F-list YouTuber. This is just a mess. And I understand that Halle's young. Okay, young and dumb. But I just feel like it's not really that great of an excuse. You don't see Chloe acting a fool over a man. The problem is Halle is just like Cardi B, and she's a little bit boy crazy. Because you let this man sabotage your career. Ever since you got with him, your career has not been the same. And now you're a single mother. Not saying it's completely over for you, but this definitely does not look good. Queen Bee didn't allow Camel Face to ruin her career. If anything, he elevated it. Rihanna didn't allow no man to ruin her career. She became a billionaire. You know, you don't see Sabrina Carpenter, Dua Lipa, any of the other pop stars in the industry except Cardi B. Cardi B not really a pop star, but Cardi B is the only person that allows a man to ruin her whole life. But this is just not a good look, and unfortunately, you got to take some accountability. So, Donkey of the Day to you. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Champagne Thickums, you gotta come to the front of the congregation. What is this? You taking L after L. First, Kung Fu Kenny ruined your career. He's performing at the Super Bowl. You haven't had a hit all year. And now Fashion Nova got a BBL booty Halloween costume from Champagne Thickums. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. Champagne Thickums, you gotta sue. They doing you so dirty. The BBL booty Halloween costume butt pad available for $23.99. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you gotta sue them. This is wrong. Wow. It has not been a good year for Champagne Thickums. I know he cannot wait for this year to be over. I can't believe that this was even legal. And he got the same hair. They got the model that got the same hair as him. The model's hair is a little bit thicker and maybe a little bit longer. But wow, that is crazy. That's insane. Yeah, if I was you, Champagne Thickums, I would sue and get this taken off their website. You definitely don't want nobody walking around here with a BBL booty Halloween costume, butt pad, saying that these Champagne Thickums. That is not good. I'm shocked they didn't get the fake abs. What happened to the fake abs? You got to put that in there because his abs are fake. He got lipo. So they should have done a costume for that too. Fashion Nova kind of slacking. Now, LATT0 is struggling still to kind of fully sell out her tour. Unfortunately, she's starting tour in the next few weeks, I think in 2 weeks, and her shows are not fully sold out. None of them. But what I think RCA the colorist should do is buy the tickets and try to sell them for less than what they're going for on, I think, Ticketmaster. I think Ticketmaster, they're going for at least $100. Nobody would pay to see Scratch Off for $100. I don't believe that. So they need to dumb it down to at least $20. And then I think she'll fully sell out.
So it looks like Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla Glue might have another collaboration on the way. And it could possibly be on Megan Thee Stallion's mixtape that she's dropping instead of an album. She responded to Gorilla Glue after Megan Thee Stallion tweeted and said that she had the hardest mixtape of 2024. I think that's probably going to go to Future, but she's claiming that crown. And Gorilla Glue said, hey, send it to my phone, thanks. And then Megan Thee Stallion responded and said, I just approved your mix. Okay, so it looks like another Gorilla Glue and Megan Thee Stallion collaboration is coming. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about that.
Now, moving on to Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet put out Jaguar 2, okay, the deluxe. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really care for it like that. I was shocked. You know, she did sample Sade and Michael Jackson, a few other artists, but it was too sampley. Every song felt like it was a sample or was an original song. I mean, she basically put out a deluxe full of covers. I mean, she took Sade's whole song. She took Michael's whole song. I mean, what happened to originality? When it comes to the younger generation, all they want to do is sample. I was actually very shocked because I'm a huge Victoria Monet fan. I did not care for this deluxe at all. Okay, and the song with Usher is a chop. I already said I didn't like the song with Usher. That was, a chop when she released it a few months ago. So, yeah, I'm going to have to give this deluxe maybe like a 5 out of 10. Now, Glamour magazine, okay, basically honors Tina Knowles, who is Queen B's mom, Donna Kelsey, who is the chart-obsessed racist mother-in-law, basically. Okay, that's the only reason why I think he got the covers, because of the chart-obsessed racist. Let's be very clear. No shade. Maggie, who is Billie Eilish's mom, and she looks good. Billie's mom looks very good. Okay, so does Selena Gomez's mom. But I don't think she should have been in the middle. But they put her in the middle because she recently became a billionaire. That's why they did that. Because I'm like, why is she in the middle? It should be Tina. But with that being said, they were picked to do the cover because, all of these women have very successful children that have been doing a phenomenal job, especially this year, except for Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce not doing too well in the field. But he did win a championship last year, and he's in a new relationship with the chart-obsessed racist, so that's the reason why Travis' mom was there, which I don't really think was fair. I think they should have picked somebody else's mom. But anyway, I think it should have been all women moms. No shade, not one man and 3 women. I didn't agree with that. But anyway, let me know how y'all feel about the cover. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.